Hi guys, my name is Josh. I'm from the Apollo chapter out in Ilford. I just basically put this presentation together to brush up on my presentation skills and give you guys a bit of value. If you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, leave them in the comments below. I'm happy to answer them. If you want to find out anything more about digital marketing or have any questions, again, put them in the comments below and I'll probably do another video or two. Anyway, so this presentation is about the three secrets to Facebook marketing that will deliver over 100 leads, even if you've never used Facebook before. I mean, that's why we're all a part of BNI, right? To get referrals and leads. So anyway, quick little plug. My name's Josh. This is me at my sister's wedding the other week out in Santorini. It was absolutely lovely. My business is Fix Social, and we're a digital marketing agency in Leighton, in East London there. And our company, fixsocial.com. And we basically help businesses double their lead generation, increase retention, and decrease no-shows in 6 to 8 weeks through paid advertising and sales funnels. So onto the presentation. Secret number one is location-based targeting, right? I'm sure you've probably all at some point in Facebook gone and clicked the boost post, right? That little button there, and you've created your little ad or, something about you and your business. Hey, like, this is John, come and visit us, and you've clicked the boost and you've thrown a tenner on it and crickets, nothing's happening. And what Facebook does there is basically takes your ad and shows it to everyone and their mother, 18 to 65 plus, male or female, whether you're in the whole world. So if you're a local based business, it's showing up to people in Pakistan or in Australia or whatever. And so that's why you get crickets, right? And so what you need to do is go into Business Manager and run your ads all through Business Manager. You'll never, if you're going to take one thing away from this presentation, is you're never allowed to press that boost post again. And so when you go into your Business Manager, you'll get a view something like this. And Facebook will default to about 25 miles around the city that you're based in, right? And which is all well and good, but as you can see here, we've got 9.5 million people, 18 to 65 plus, all men, women, what have you, which is still huge, right? It's still a massive number of people. And so, but that's your customer base, if you're a local business, isn't the whole of London, right? And so as I said, Facebook defaults to this massive zone around your business. And unless you're McDonald's or some big multinational company that can afford to waste money, or is multi-location, who can afford to waste money, you don't want to be sticking with these base guidelines that Facebook sort of default to. Your dollars end up getting wasted on people who basically cannot be your customers, and your time also gets wasted with or if people do respond to your ad, they're just way too far away. You know what I mean? If you're out in Ilford and someone in St. Albans comments like, "Oh, hey, I'm interested in this software," and you go, "Yeah, come on down. We're like, Fair Up Waters," and they're like, "Where on earth is that?" And you're like, "Oh, it's like 20 miles away," and they're like, "Yeah, thanks, but no thanks." And so zoning your location stops about 90% of your budget going to waste, right? And so here's a great local business example. If you're like a brand new Ilford-based dentist, you wouldn't want to advertise, you've got some awesome teeth whitening offer, or Invisalign or what have you. You wouldn't want to advertise that to people in Hampstead or Soho, right? Because they're not going to be coming there. There's a million and one other dentists between you and them, and it's just a waste of money sending advertising to those sort of people. So what we want to do is you can focus your dollars, your pounds in a 20-minute drive around or serviceable zone around your business. And so this is usually about sort of 3 miles, depending on where you are. If you're a bit more rural, you want to kind of maybe expand this to like 5 or 10 miles, but big cities, maximum 3 miles. I'd even go as close as say like 1.5, 2 miles. Mark Zuckerberg won't like it, but it'll actually find you customers. And these are the kind of customers that are your butts and seats customers that will actually come down and go, "Oh, that dentist is right around the corner. I'm gonna go check them out," right? And so let's have a look at what that does essentially. So if we target your serviceable zone, it reduces from the 9.6 million down to 130,000. And that's made your advertising 74 times cheaper than it was before, right? Whoop, what happened there? And you can then even make it even cheaper by using interest and demographical based targeting and coupling that with things like custom and lookalike audiences. Like you can upload your email lists, and if you got pixels and things like that, you can do all this layering to make it even cheaper again. And so that's location based targeting in a nutshell. Secret number 2 is having a thumb stopping, attention getting, click worthy act now offer. 90% of small businesses have basically, for one reason or another, every time I've gone and talked to them, they're going, yeah, we tried Facebook ads, they didn't work, we didn't get any response, right? And then they go and show me an ad like this. I was like, what's your ad? And they go, yeah, here it was. And this was for an equestrian center trying to get people to come in for horse lessons. And they've gone and grabbed some, rubbish old image from like the 1910s, 1920s, it looks like, added a little border around it, and then it's whacked it up and saying that the horse center is now open. And they wonder why they haven't got any people clicking on it, right? Because this Facebook ads don't work if you don't have a click-worthy offer. If people are scrolling by and see this random image, they're not going to stop and go, oh, what is that? Because they've got an attention span of a 2-year-old, and they're just going to keep scrolling through. And so, and most of the time, the images are rubbish, and so you need to have an attention-getting photo, collage, or video, bright colors, really good like video quality that's like lots of flashes of different kind of images and or video content and things like that. And so, but you need to have an offer that's something worth clicking, worth breaking a habit offer. You're not gonna get someone to break a habit. So like if they're a dentist and they've got a regular dentist and it's down the road, and you're a dentist that's just across the road from them, they're not going to come go in and redo all the onboarding and stuff with you for like a 10% off. They're going to need like a free teeth whitening or free x-rays and something else. And you can kind of play around with restaurants is a good example. You can get 2-for-1 offers. Chiropractors is like no wait guarantees. Med spas, you can have like buy one get one free sort of stuff, 30% off. There's various different offers that work, but you need something. You've likely run an offer like this before. If it's those kind of offers that you see on flyers, they tend to work well with Facebook, right? And so a great Facebook ad is built on 7 steps, and each step for a specific reason. These steps were not invented by me. They were invented by someone a lot smarter than me. I just use them. They work every time, and it's grand. It was 6, not 7. So if you follow these steps, you will get results. Don't, and you simply won't. And so what these steps are is that you need to first call out your audience. You know what I mean? So, hey, this was for a gym in Australia, actually. So, hey, ladies of Mansfield, want a way to get fit while actually loving the process? Like if you're a lady, by the way, you'd be targeting only women here between a certain age range in a certain zone, so your advertising spend is lower. You call out their pain, so getting fit and firm and toned doesn't have to be impossible, burdensome, or nightmarish task. The way to find that out is by doing customer research beforehand. I recommend reading a book called Ask by Ryan Levesque. It does really well at explaining this sort of system. But I ask a series of 4 or 5 questions before we even create the ad to go and uncover the tribal language of your target audience that you're going to be advertising to, and to find out their needs, wants, fears, and goals, so that you can then use the wordage and the verbiage in your ad to create the ad, so it resonates with them. So you then want your worthy offer. So our free 30-day challenge is perfect if you want to feel, look, and be your best in a fun, challenging, and 100% supported community. Again, there's some fears, wants, and needs in there that you've kind of layered in. The next step is to list out a whole bunch of benefits. Again, developed from the customer research. So if they're like, hey, I want to, their main sticking point of back going to the gym was, not being around a supportive community, or it costing too much, yada yada. You'd be like, hey, like, come and join us. We've got like a great community here, and it's lessons that like won't break the bank. Obviously you have to play around with the wording there, but you get the idea. You then create a scarcity-based call to action. Now, this is super important. There's a bit of psychology in that, like if people think that something's running out, or like time's running out, or is a limited quantity, people will actually act now on that. If it's like a forever deal, then they'll always be like, yeah, I'll come back to it. Do you know what I mean? But if it's like, hey, this thing's running out this Sunday, like come and buy, then that's how like sales work, right? Thanksgiving sales and what is it, Black Friday and stuff like that, one day only, all that sort of jazz. That's how those things work, and it just works, right? You then need a clear, focused photo that isn't polished, okay? So as you can see, it's just a bunch of people working out. Looks like it's been taken from a camera. That's what Facebook and Instagram is. It isn't about polished images. So it's just if you're a local business, it could literally just be a photo of you and your team, like in your area of work, like thumbs up. Simple things like that. And then lastly, you repeat the worthy offer with a sign up, and that's it. If you follow those steps, you'll generally create an ad that will work just about every time if it's a good offer. The last step is placing placements where they're supposed to be placed, which is kind of fun to say. But basically, with Facebook advertising, the placements are where your ad appears. So think of it like a billboard, a TV, or a magazine. And as it turns out, there's about 8 different and unique placements across 4 platforms that you can do advertising in Facebook and Instagram, which is 32 different places that you can advertise in. And so Facebook, again, when you boost a post, goes across all of these things, and they want to run your ad everywhere and get the most money out of you, right? But we're going to stop that. So what you want your ad to do is run where it will get the most results, right? And only one of these places consistently drives leads, results, ROI, and actionable customers for local businesses. Which one would you choose? All right, if we were to break this up, Messenger it's a new sort of advertising platform. It's a little too early to know for sure. I kind of use it for different industries, but I wouldn't use that one. Audience network is everywhere else. So think things like I don't know, in your apps, on websites, things like that. Stories is like Snapchat. Instagram feed is, unless you're an e-commerce store, or a fashion brand, or hair salons, I wouldn't bother with Instagram feeds. And unless you have like 10,000 likes on your Instagram, don't bother, because you can't push to links. People, it's a lot harder to work through Instagram feeds. The right column is the part that everyone just kind of ignores. It is like the billboard of the Facebook world. People just get banner blindness and don't even look at it. In-stream videos is 5 seconds in Facebook Lives. Have you ever watched a Facebook Live? No, I haven't. But I mean, to be fair, I have, but I haven't ever clicked on an ad. Instant articles are inside, news articles in BBC and stuff like that online. They work really well for retargeting, but I wouldn't bother if you're just pushing out an ad, right? But Facebook feeds is the only one that consistently works for small, medium sized businesses. So only use that placement there, nothing else. And so who does this work for, right? Here's a birthday campaign that we've run. They work really well for restaurants, gyms, hair salons, medi spas, massage parlors, photographers, florists, jewelers. And what this birthday campaign did, we spent $450, and it brought in 10,000 for this restaurant, and it was like a simple offer. Another restaurant spent 11 grand, brought in 140 grand. You probably can't see here, but like 5,500 comments, 500 shares, from one post. Facial campaigns for a Medi Spa, $4.5 grand from $150 in ad spend. Again, this is an American company, so 30 times return on ad spend. E-commerce brands, 30 grand from about 3 grand in ad spend. It's a 10 times return on ad spend. Brewery tours worked really well. Wine tours, microneedling again, Medi Spas, dentists. This brought in almost 100 grand. Roofers works really well. Houses, buyer, seller leads. Even if you've got pest control, that can work. But yeah, you get the idea. It works for any sort of B2B, B2C company, business to customer company, really well, particularly with retargeting and things like that. For B2B companies, you're far better off with LinkedIn and email outreach, which I'll probably do a video on another time if you're interested in it. But this is the three secrets to getting 100 leads in with Facebook advertising. So location-based targeting. Don't let Facebook determine your circle. Target your serviceable zone to get your butts and seat customers. Secret number 2 is, having a thumb-stopping, attention-getting, click-worthy act now offer. Have a great human-focused photo and follow the, I should say, 7 steps. 7 steps for ad success. Secret number 3 is placing placements where they're supposed to be placed. So Facebook wants to spend your money fast, so only run ads where you're going to get the most leads. Choose only newsfeed in Facebook, the Facebook newsfeed only. That's it. But yeah, that's it. 3 secrets for Facebook marketing. If you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, put them below in the comments. I'll happily answer them if I can, or I can create some new videos if you get enough interest. But yeah, thanks guys. Have a good one.